Hi, so it's just Tanya here from Canon & Co Sales and Lettings. I'm back with Emma this week just to discuss all things mortgages. So this week we are going to discuss about remortgages. So over to you, Emma.
Yeah, so we discussed the product switches, which is obviously remaining with your current lender. But sometimes it's better to remortgage away from your current lender to a new one. Reasons for that could be interest rate, could be changes to circumstances. It could be you want to borrow more money, or there's lots of reasons. So if you use a mortgage broker, they will obviously source the best lender for you, both by rate and criteria. And remortgages are, if it's your first remortgage after you've purchased a house, it is a lot simpler than purchasing. I would just say that. People always worry. They remember about how long and drawn out and the solicitor's process was, and all the forms they had to fill in, etc. It's very different when you do a remortgage because you already own the house. There's no searches required. The lender knows you. The lender knows you own the property, etc. And all of that stuff has been done previously when you bought it. So, in theory, if everything runs smoothly, lenders are running on time, and solicitors are on the ball, a remortgage could be done in as quickly as 2.5 weeks. However, I would just say, do not leave it. The month before your current fixed rate ends. Especially if interest rates the way they are, do it 6 months before your current fixed rate ends. Your broker can start looking at possible lenders for you, the best rates, and then get the ball rolling. So the mortgage process is similar to a purchase. So, proof of income, bank statements, required, etc. But again, if you're using the same brokers you used before as well, they'll already have like ID, etc. on file. So you don't need to sort of provide all that again. But there is sort of valid reasons for both. It could be a product switch is best for you, but also there's sort of many reasons why a remortgage would be better. So it's just always worth contacting a mortgage broker to find out if that is, if a remortgage would be better for you, especially in these current times with interest rates being what they are. There could be a big difference between what your current lender can offer you on a product switch to what you could get on an interest rate elsewhere. And also, if you say you wanted a tracker mortgage or a discount, etc., there are some lenders who just don't offer that to existing customers. They only offer fixed rates. So it's always worth speaking to a mortgage broker to work out what's best.
I know we touched upon this before, if people are really, really struggling with the interest rates, like increased payments and things, some people are extending their mortgage term as well, aren't they? I'm not saying it's, for everyone, and we're not discounting that, but it's everyone's situation is so different. So temporarily until they drop, if it's a case of like your house goes to repossession or whatever, not paying your bills, consider that. So what would that be then? Would that be a remortgage?
In most instances, that'd be a remortgage. There's a couple of lenders that allow you to do it on a product switch, but majority would be a remortgage. Although we have got the new mortgage charter that's just come in that a lot of lenders have signed up to, where they will look at extending your mortgage term as well. So, but it's, I've got people who I've spoken to, their current mortgage, they had, 28 years left or, 22 years left or something, but we can take them up to age 75 with a lot of lenders now, sometimes 80, even sometimes without any proof of, pension on pay slips, etc. And what that just means is you've just got to look at it as a temporary solution while interest rates are high. We're not saying that your mortgage is going to take you the next 35, 40 years to pay off, but whilst interest rates are high, it's worth taking the longest term you can to keep the payments as low as possible. When interest rates get back to some sort of normality, then and you come to remortgage again, that is when you look at go back to the original mortgage term you had, or whatever fits your budget. I did one recently for a client. I think they had 26 years left on their mortgage. They were concerned about obviously what their new payment would be with interest rate rises. What we did is we extended their mortgage term to 35 years, and even with the interest rate rises, it meant that their mortgage payment remained pretty much the same as what they were currently paying on a much lower rate. So it does make a massive difference.
Yeah, and I know some people disagree with that, but I think it's key just to say it's not for everyone. It's about understanding everyone's circumstances, and actually you can still overpay a certain percentage if you've got the money. So actually we're not saying that. Yes, it might work out that it costs more in the long term, but if it's a case of actually you're really struggling, it is going to affect some people's mental health, do you know what I mean, the stress, do you know what I mean, different things. There are options out there, and I think that's key to kind of have the conversation with a proper advisor that looks at your situation, not kind of Joe Blogs down the street, so to speak. So
I would say as well, with regards to that, with the overpayments, there is like sort of a line of thought that it's always best to take the longest term available to you, because that keeps your contractual payment as low as possible. So you've got flexibility in case of, you know, long-term sick, job loss, whatever. But if you're disciplined with overpayments, there's no reason why you can't use the overpayments to reduce that term, but have the flexibility of being able to drop back to that lower contractual payment if you need to at any point. And almost every lender allows 10% overpayments of the mortgage balance per year with no penalty. NatWest have moved that up to 20% recently, and I've even got lenders who allow 50% overpayments with no penalty. So it's definitely worth looking at potentially moving to your longest term available, subject to your age.
No, brilliant. So I think we've covered quite a lot. I think it's explained as always. If you did want to discuss anything moving forward or want to get in touch, then we'll pop our contact details in the comments below. So thank you, Emma, and we will catch up soon. Thank you.
Thanks.